Leonarda Cianciulli, the Soap Maker of Correggio, a name that echoes through the annals of criminal history, synonymous with a unique brand of horror. Her story is one of stark contrasts, a terrifying blend of the mundane and the monstrous. A seemingly ordinary housewife, she harbored a darkness within, a macabre secret that would forever stain the cobblestone streets of her small Italian town. Cianciulli's life was a tapestry woven with threads of poverty, superstition, and loss. These strands, knotted and intertwined, ultimately led her down a path of unimaginable cruelty. Driven by a desperate desire to protect her children, she turned to the occult, embracing a twisted logic that justified murder as a means to an end. Her weapon of choice? An axe. Her gruesome trophies, bars of soap and tea cakes crafted from the flesh of her victims. The tale of Leonarda Cianciulli is not merely a horror story. It's a chilling exploration of the human psyche, a journey into the darkest recesses of a mind warped by desperation and delusion. It forces us to confront the unsettling reality that the line between normalcy and madness can be terrifyingly thin, blurred by the shadows of our own personal demons. This is the story of the Soap Maker of Correggio, a story of love, loss, and the chilling depths of human depravity. Leonarda Cianciulli's life was marked by hardship from the start. Born in 1893 in Montella, Italy, her childhood was steeped in poverty and neglect. She was a somber, introverted child, prone to fits of rage and bouts of illness. Her own mother, it is said, cursed her, viewing her as an unwanted burden. At a young age, Leonarda attempted suicide twice, a testament to the despair that clung to her like a shroud. Her troubled adolescence was punctuated by a forced marriage to a registry office clerk, Raphael Pensardi, in 1914. Despite her initial resistance, she eventually came to desire a family, yearning for the love and stability that had eluded her in her own youth. However, fate had other plans. Several pregnancies ended in miscarriages, leaving Leonarda devastated and clinging fiercely to the few children who survived. Her overwhelming desire to protect her offspring, coupled with a deep-seated belief in superstitions, would later pave the path towards her horrific crimes. The years leading up to Leonarda Cianciulli's transformation into the Soap Maker of Correggio were a crucible of fear and desperation. The outbreak of World War II cast a long shadow over her life. The constant threat of violence and the uncertainty of the future fueled her anxieties, pushing her further into the realm of superstition and dark rituals. A fortune teller's prediction that her children were destined for an early grave became an obsessive fear for Leonarda. Desperate to protect them from this perceived fate, she sought solace in the occult, consulting with self-proclaimed sorcerers and immersing herself in ancient, sinister lore. It was in this shadowy world that she found a twisted solution: human sacrifice. Fueled by a warped sense of maternal love and a distorted understanding of the occult, Leonarda convinced herself that the only way to safeguard her children was to offer up other lives in their stead. This chilling belief marked the point of no return, transforming a grieving mother into a cold-blooded killer. Faustina Setti, a spinster yearning for love and a fresh start, became Leonarda's first victim in 1939. Leonarda, having gained Faustina's trust by promising to find her a suitable husband, lured her into a carefully constructed trap. Under the guise of preparing Faustina for her new life, Leonarda persuaded her to write letters to family and friends, announcing her sudden departure. On the day of the murder, Leonarda plied Faustina with drugged wine, rendering her helpless. Then, with chilling resolve, she struck Faustina with an axe, ending her life in a brutal, swift act. What followed was a scene of unimaginable horror. Leonarda dismembered Faustina's body, draining the blood into a basin and meticulously chopping the flesh into small pieces. The remains were then boiled in a large pot, transformed into a gruesome concoction that would solidify into soap. The blood, Leonarda claimed, was baked into tea cakes consumed by her and her unsuspecting son, Giuseppe. As the disappearance of Faustina Setti sent ripples of concern through the community, Leonarda, a master manipulator, skillfully deflected suspicion. She presented herself as a concerned friend, expressing worry over Faustina's sudden departure and maintaining the facade of normalcy. Emboldened by her success and driven by her twisted sense of purpose, Leonarda set her sights on another victim. Francesca Sovani, a former opera singer struggling to find her place in the world, became her next target. Leonarda, exploiting Francesca's desire for a new beginning, promised her a job at a prestigious music school in Piacenza. Just as she had done with Faustina, Leonarda convinced Francesca to pen farewell letters to her loved ones, explaining her imminent move. The pattern was chillingly familiar: drugged wine, an axe blow, dismemberment, and the horrifying transformation of human remains into soap and food. Leonarda's macabre ritual played out once more, leaving behind a void in the community and another family shrouded in grief. The disappearance of Francesca Sovani intensified suspicions surrounding Leonarda Cianciulli. Whispers of her involvement in the occult and her unusual behavior began to circulate. The community, once trusting, now viewed her with a mixture of fear and suspicion. The final victim, Virginia Cacioppo, a former soprano singer, sealed Leonarda's fate. Virginia's sister-in-law, suspicious of Leonarda's claims about Virginia's whereabouts, reported her missing to the police. This time, the authorities were not so easily swayed by Leonarda's fabricated stories. The investigation led them to Leonarda's home, where they uncovered a scene of unimaginable horror. The pot used to boil the victim's flesh, bars of soap made from human fat, and the axe used in the murders were all discovered, laying bare the gruesome truth of Leonarda's crimes. The Soap Maker of Correggio was unmasked, her reign of terror brought to a chilling end. Leonarda Cianciulli's trial in 1946 captivated the nation. The court heard chilling testimonies detailing her crimes, the grotesque methods she employed, and the unsettling motivations that fueled her actions. Leonarda, however, remained unrepentant, defending her actions as a necessary sacrifice to protect her beloved children. Despite her claims of insanity, the court found Leonarda Cianciulli guilty of murder and sentenced her to 30 years in prison and 3 years in a criminal asylum. Incarcerated within the walls of the Women's Criminal Asylum in Pozzuoli, Leonarda's macabre tale continued to fascinate and horrify. She wrote an autobiography, detailing her crimes with a chilling detachment, and even crafted grotesque souvenirs from her prison cell, eager to profit from her infamy. Leonarda died in her cell in 1970, her name forever etched in the annals of criminal history as the Soap Maker of Correggio. The case of Leonarda Cianciulli presents a complex psychological puzzle. Her crimes, driven by a distorted sense of love and fueled by superstition, raise questions about the interplay of mental illness, cultural beliefs, and extreme circumstances in shaping criminal behavior. Some experts believe that Leonarda suffered from a form of psychosis, possibly delusional disorder, characterized by fixed, false beliefs that influenced her actions. Her unshakable conviction in the fortune teller's prediction about her children's fate, coupled with her belief in the power of human sacrifice, suggests a break from reality, a descent into a world governed by her own twisted logic. Others argue that Leonarda was a cunning manipulator, exploiting superstition and societal anxieties to mask her crimes. Her meticulous planning, her ability to deflect suspicion, and her calculated efforts to profit from her infamy point towards a degree of awareness and control that belies claims of insanity. The legacy of Leonarda Cianciulli extends far beyond the confines of her prison cell. Her case, with its gruesome details and unsettling motivations, has captivated criminologists, psychologists, and the public alike, sparking debates about the nature of evil and the motivations behind seemingly incomprehensible acts. Her story has been the subject of numerous books, films, and documentaries, each attempting to unravel the enigma of the Soap Maker of Correggio. The tools of her trade, including the pot used to boil her victims, are displayed in the Criminological Museum of Rome, serving as a chilling reminder of the brutality of her crimes. Leonarda Cianciulli's case serves as a cautionary tale, highlighting the dangers of unchecked superstition, the destructive power of desperation, and the terrifying potential for violence that can reside within the human heart. Her story forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that even the most mundane facade can conceal a world of unimaginable darkness. The story of Leonarda Cianciulli is a chilling journey into the darkest recesses of the human soul. It's a story of love warped into obsession, of desperation twisted into cruelty, and of the terrifying consequences of embracing superstition over reason. The Soap Maker of Correggio remains an enigma, a figure both reviled and studied, her crimes serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of our own humanity. Cianciulli's case continues to fascinate and horrify, prompting us to grapple with uncomfortable questions about the nature of good and evil, the power of belief, and the potential for darkness that resides within us all. Her story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that the line between normalcy and madness can be terrifyingly thin, blurred by the shadows of our own personal demons. As we delve into the annals of criminal history, the tale of Leonarda Cianciulli stands as a chilling testament to the depths of human depravity, a grotesque masterpiece crafted from desperation, delusion, and the chilling logic of a mind consumed by darkness.